Because you'll be like in Hartley's in the supermarket and someone will be talking to you and they'll be like, yeah, be more upbeat on the podcast. I said, my sister, I'm just buying chicken now. Do you know what I'm actually think about look at where we are in this queue to pay for our groceries. Yeah. What can I perform here? Yeah. As you know.
Are you into big boom?
Keep telling people you have anxiety issues. It's a lie. You are just wicked and mad.
Look, you've done BBL and we're all happy for you. Carry your new bum and go outside.
This is the podcast for you.
I'm not poor. Are you sure? It's because they are vaping. Now everybody's marrying on time.
At your big age.
Wait now. Do you know that I don't have clean pants to wear tomorrow?
I said what I said. The Unsolicited Opinions podcast starts now.
Please, this is a public place.
My name is Beverly Adeze, and on today's episode, we talked about confronting somebody with body odor, delusional girlfriend, and taking a gap year as a Nigerian.
Yes, I'm being funny women.
And being funny women.
Yes,
and being an MC.
Being an
so
MC,
many
some
things.
content bits. Mm-hmm. Different
We
things.
had a time. We had a time.
We did.
Enjoy, guys.
Bang. Hello, boys and girls.
Hello, all.
Welcome. Once again, we are
Welcome, y'all.
Okay.
Isn't that what Texas?
Yeah, we're in
y'all.
Houston, Texas.
Y'all, what's up, y'all?
Yeah. Anyway, we have a guest. In case you've
We
been
sure
living under a
do.
rock and you don't know who she is, please, why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay, how do I even introduce? My name is Beverly Adeze. I'm a content creator, a professional MC, and I'm a professional hairstylist as well. People don't know that part.
What?
I had no idea.
What? She does hair. She does hair very well.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Beverly does hair
I'm semi-retired, but yes.
Welcome. What have you been up to? Where have you been?
Ooh, I was in Chicago last week.
You missed us by if you did.
Yeah.
By one day. I was in Chicago. I hosted a banquet, 900 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
What kind of birthday party or just
It was the Umu
Convention, yeah.
Oh,
I know
nice.
So
Our
friends
were
were
there
there.
for Call of My Life.
Call of My Life.
Yes.
Yeah, I had dinner with them after.
Yeah.
Wow. I wanted to go to the screening. I was there. I came that day, but I support. But yeah, I saw her. I think she had like pink or something.
Yeah.
She was so fly. So
was
yeah, that was it. So that was good. I think that was the largest I've ever, it was actually like about 1,000.
Biggest
900 to 1,000.
event.
That's
Wow.
It's a lot of people.
That's many people.
It's a lot of people.
And it's a lot of people. It's a lot of Nigerians.
Yeah, but it was good. But it's just like, the sound, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. The weekend stuff, it was, I think, what even happened? I thought I discovered my father's secret child.
Wait, sorry.
That's why I told you. There's so much has happened these 2 weeks. No, I'm not joking. At the banquet, it's funny. So
Is it?
but because it's funny because
It's not. Yeah.
that's why it's funny. So, let me tell you. So when I finished hosting the banquet, and I'm taking pictures with people. And there was this one girl, I kind of saw her around. She was hanging around one of the other girls. I was like, okay, cool. She's cool. She's like, oh, can I get a picture? I said, yeah, of course. And I was like, oh, what's your name? I always ask people what their name is. And she was like, oh, my name is Joycelyn. She says a name that sounds familiar. And I was like, what's your last name? She says it, and it's my last name. And my last name isn't a common last name. And so I was like, oh, wow, like, where are you from? She started telling me the town. I'm like, wow, that's where I'm from. And I was like, what's your dad's name? She's like, my dad's name is Joseph.
You said, hey.
The way I stepped back, I said, can you pull up a picture of your dad for me? And my heart was beating. Because again, this is already not a common name. And we're from the same place.
First name as your dad.
Yeah, it's a convention.
Yeah. And so she pulled up her picture and I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God. My dad thought it was so funny. But it was why is that the picture?
Like,
I said, let me zoom in.
Not from one angle.
How funny my dad not wearing costume or something like that. My dad thought it was hilarious.
Oh, wow.
He's like, send it to your mom. Send it to your mother. Don't explain. Just send the video. So that was it. Yeah. So thank God I don't have a half sister. At least not that I know.
That's so crazy to meet somebody outside.
I know.
As an FYI, sorry, nobody should comment on my nails. There's a process. I'm going to do them, but I know you guys are so. These ones, they will see. So I'm like, if I don't say it now, I know that somebody will. And the problem is, they won't even comment and insult me. Someone will just message me like,
oh, how far your nails?
Wow.
Is everything okay? Do you need some money?
It's always hope everything
No, legit. How's your mental health?
Hope everything is okay. This one that your nails are.
Wow.
It's like someone that wrote one time that how far you've been wearing one shoe like 3 episodes.
Let them cut off my toes.
Hope nothing is hope nothing is going on with you. I was like, are you crazy?
Really?
Should I bust my money? You said I should do it.
Lunatic people.
Wow, how does that feel? I feel like you're just living under a microscope.
To be honest, I don't really take it. It's actually not bad at all.
Okay.
Because we don't have like super negative or toxic people really.
Okay.
Sometimes we say things.
Sometimes
and
they're
people
forward.
from outside.
Yeah, so outside the bubble. So you know, like you have you over time, like because we've been doing this for 9 years. Over time, you have like a rapport with your actual audience.
Right.
Okay.
And so when stuff that you say or do stays within the audience is fine. Sometimes
it escapes
the audience and people who don't.
And then there's like
understand.
broad conversation, and that's when you see a lot of crazy things.
Yeah.
But within the audience, to be honest, they know kind of if you've been listening podcast for like X amount of years, you kind of understand what we're capable of and what we're not capable. So I find the only times it's weird is when it's people outside. But even for our audience, it's so interesting the amount of things they pay attention to. So my mom and my grandma are at a wedding right now in Europe, and on the plane, some girl came up to them and like, oh, you're FK's mom and you must be the grandma. And my grandma called me like, oh my God.
She's a star.
She was like, wow.
They love
And I just
she was so happy.
I thought to myself, where would you have ever seen? But just context.
Yeah.
The person. So my mom was like, have you seen her before? She was like, no, just context clues of things I have mentioned. She actually said, apparently her grandma is really into jewelry, and my grandma must have been wearing 3 chains, which she normally
So she was
does.
like, okay, yeah,
So
fair.
she was like,
This is
that's
grandma.
definitely. So she went to her, she was like, and she took a picture with them. I thought, for what? But lovely.
But your mom loves it.
My mom's obsessed with this particular. So I was just like, it's so interesting because people pick up things that you forget you said it. Like 6 years ago. And they're just like, but that one time, didn't you say? And I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
You guys have really, really, really gone deep. So it's funny because you say things flippantly, but people are listening and pay. So, but I don't, it's funny. I never feel like, I'm on that. What's my business?
No.
Inside the microscope, maybe it's whatever I want to do that I'll still do. If like beats me.
The only time, sometimes people might be a little forward, but they catch themselves kind of quick. And it's also in good, they mean faith, well. Yeah. But sometimes it's just like, imagine like we're at lunch now. Sometimes people don't read the context of I'm with my friends and we're just like, this is not like a public event or anything. And they're quick to interrupt. And sometimes not even in a way of, oh my gosh, hi, so sorry to interrupt. They're just like, FK, how and I'm just thinking, can we go to primary school? So they're like,
knee deep inside soup.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I have been in the clubhouse dancing away. Someone she put on her whole flash. I said, God.
Sometimes it can be like,
I've been on a date. People, there's no context I have passed in the hospital. The nurse. By the way, I listened to your podcast. I thought, sis, I just dressed my woman.
I was redoing my passports. It happened like one immigration lady came and she was, because Nigeria is still so weird that junior immigration officers dress like differently. It's like seniors and junior secondary schools. No, legit. They wear,
there's like,
okay.
And then the seniors wear like
a top and skirt.
And
so she was clearly like a junior officer and she came and she was like, you don't know her. How people are answering her on time and I was just like, oh my God.
Sometimes you're just like,
to be fair, they did treat me a little nicer after that because if you've ever renewed your passports in Lagos,
But I would say, when do you feel like it has backfired?
Sometimes in like, so I was running a company, sometimes in like a corporate setting, I'm like in I'm in a meeting. And someone is like, oh my God, okay. And I'm just like, there's fake me here, please. That's my foot, please. They don't call me. These people here is money we're dragging. Don't mention this FK issue. Then I'll be like, once that your podcast, how they come here for that? Oh my God.
And then sometimes in like more personal settings, it's you meet people and they assume they know you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So there's a way people call my name that I have to check and be like,
or
I don't know you.
Like a friend of you, an acquaintance of a friend, and maybe you're in a more social setting, but because they listen, they talk like they know you, or they make inferences because they think they know you quite well, and so it can be a bit jarring sometimes to be like,
because you'll be like in Hartley's in the supermarket, and someone will be talking to you, and they'll be like, be more upbeat on the podcast. I said, my sister, I'm just buying chicken now. Do you know what I like? I'm actually thinking about look at where we are in this queue to pay for our groceries. What can I perform here? As you know, but do you get that a lot as well here? Because you're also up and down.
I do. I think because if you see me in person, I'm pretty reserved.
Yeah.
The thing is, my personality is still the same, but once you get to know me, that's when it comes up. But I feel like sometimes they'll expect me to do some assault inside.
That's what I'm wondering.
So for instance, we are actually friends. So on the podcast, we're gisting as friends.
Right.
So somebody comes to me as a stranger and is confused that I'm not gisting with them like I do my friend when they watch it. And so they kind of like, you can see them thinking, so is she being fake? So you can see them kind of calculating that these fake life people. These are social media.
It's not real. Of the time, honestly, I've had like 98% positive interactions.
Yeah.
It's just like a 2% that I'm like, you guys, this is how to behave.
Yeah.
And again, it's like, for this one, I was coming out of one crazy place where they wanted to sell me contacts for 70K per eye. Anyway, as soon as I came out of that nonsense optician, before I could even look, a guy had just put his phone in front of me, and his girlfriend was on FaceTime.
Wow.
I had to turn around. He was like, oh my God, just say hi to her. And I just thought,
what will you do?
I just thought, how far hi? Hello. No, but let's see even, I still spoke to her, but I not said, guy, come on. Come on. He's like, oh no, I could see that you're about to go. I said, come on.
Yeah.
Hey, hello, let me call my girlfriend. It takes 2 minutes. It's okay.
Yeah.
Have you gotten the one where like they'll do like, okay, market, tell people you love this, my...
Yeah, like
I've never...
Just say this thing.
And we love you, Toby. Somebody has come. The one that makes me laugh all the time is when somebody's like trying to use you for like guerrilla marketing. They're like, say, Toby's Cakes is the best cake in Lake. I'm like, I don't know you or your cake. I don't know if you poison people. I don't know if the cake is good.
Honestly, it's actually so funny. But again, I just find that it kind of, someone, like when we did, when we did Chicago, I can't remember. No, it was Chicago. The host, her friends, and like I think one of the makeup artists or something was, because after the show, no more pictures, you meet people, and the problem is it's never just the picture. It's always the picture and oh my God,
the conversation.
So they're just like, it's so funny because if you watch this interaction from afar, it looks like you're looking at two people that know themselves. But I was like, but what was it? So they're just saying, oh, you guys seem to have a lot of energy, are quite warm. I was like, first of all, they paid for this ticket. So this brief hi, hello, I think it's okay. But also, I'm just like, the parasocial thing of listening to somebody talk all the time. There's just a way that you feel like, guys, that I can't blame anybody because it's us that have caused it.
Yeah, it's not, but like 99% of it is really lovely.
Yeah.
Very well. People are very, very nice. And then our audience is like mostly women, like 70-something percent women. And those are the ones more likely to approach. When guys approach, it's very often, my girlfriend really likes you. Can I get a video? Women are the ones. And then they tend to just be warmer. My friends who are actresses get lots of really weird messages. Like,
I don't really get any of that.
They get really, like, so I think musicians and like actors and actresses get very different. Social media can be a lot more vitriolic for them. Like I've seen messages and I'm like, why is somebody talking? Or also like, if you have the unfortunate luck of being typecast into something that the audience love to hate, Nigerians actually approach you like you're that person. They're like, you're so wicked. And
wow. That's what I think of the movie that was a polygamist. I said, I can never. You see that man?
Jonah, if I catch him, honestly, if I see him, I just feel like there's a way you act to a point that we have to really look into it. That why are you so in all the press so happy?
That's why Patience was stopped being.
I'm telling you,
really.
She said that because outside why people actually thought that in real life she's a witch.
Yes, and she said that children would cry. Like children would cry. She went to a station or something. She went to some eatery or something. And a kid saw her and started wailing. And she was like, no. This is
why I love Kanaya.
After they see you transform into
Kanaya has just leaned into
it. But he's a man now, it's different for him.
That's what I kind of love. He's leaned into it that no problem. You guys think I'm
wait, who?
Kanaya.
Oh.
Everything on Instagram is about sacrificing somebody. I actually bloody love it. I'm just like, you're this how you're going to retire.
Yeah, I don't know. I think interacting with the audience when you do it primarily through a screen can be very, very interesting.
Yeah, but I'm curious how it's for you because you have characters and different things. Do people like see you and want you to like jump into a character?
You know what? I had to take a break from African accent. Just a little break. Because I feel like I was playing it so well that I was putting myself into what I call the Tyler Perry effect.
Yeah.
When you play something so well that they don't see me as this. They see me as African accent. Even though I'm just talking, you're like, but I'm saying Sister Margaret. I'm just like, I'm a young single woman. I think it hit me when I went to South Africa. And I saw this girl, I think it was like at a lounge area, and she was just like, like she was surprised that I was in normal clothes. So I said, if she see me like
that was
this,
how you normally rap
like she was just shocked to see me just dressed like a normal human being. So I said, if this is how she see me, what about the men that I want them to toast me? So I said, please let me take a break. Let me incorporate some let me make some things up because I don't want to lock myself into this. Please.
By the way, I just literally last night watched your like cartel video. I almost fell on the ground. I said, please. It's so funny. Yeah. But yeah, I think I understand that. I don't know how you guys do.
Yeah. I think funny people just in general, I mean, we get to sometimes that people think you're unserious before anything else or that you are a character. And you're like, no, I'm a funny person. It's the same way like they are like stern people. Well, I'm just a funny person. I'm not a fool. Like, you are two very different. I'm not a fool. Like, you are two different things. It's like, you meet someone and they're a bit stern. And then you think, that means they're mean. And you're like, no. Don't talk to me like I don't have feelings. I have feelings. I'm just not a very warm person. I don't hug people. And I think funny women in particular, people think, a fool.
Like, I feel like you're supposed to. They expect you to be like ras and very rough.
There's a lot of energy that is expected, and I'm a bit like, why would I be doing that?
Yeah. I think you're a jester all the time, and everything is funny, including insults. I'm like, I don't know. Hey, this stupid girl.
Yes, that one. Yeah.
Hello, I do not know you, and I'm very Yoruba. Please don't call me stupid. Don't call me stupid. I don't know you from anywhere.
That's what I said. Please let me learn how to do my small hair, small makeup, so that when I go, I feel like I have to kind of overcompensate.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
That's your clown.
I would, from just seeing your content. Well, I guess maybe because I like. First of all, I'm a babe, so I wouldn't think. I understand. Yes. Like, this is obviously a character. This is not a real person. To me, I've never thought to myself, like. This who you are is obvious.
No, you'll be surprised. Yeah. People are
because you also post pictures of yourself. Like, it's not as if that's the only thing. So it's just so funny.
Yeah, but it's even there was a thing. Was it Amy Poehler or Tina Fey that was talking about how they noticed over time that when female comedians would get magazine covers, they would always make you look like a fool.
So it would be a funny set.
No, but it wouldn't be. So if there can be a funny but sexy picture. This one would be like, it's time to do your own cover. They just bring one toilet prop and be like, no. When you get home, go and check like female comedians and their comedy covers. Never give them banging clothes. Wow. They never it's almost like you are a jester. But the male covers will be like fun and funny.
GQ.
And it'll be like, look at this sexy, funny guy. Yeah. But she was like, you'll be them. And they'll bring like a clown hat and it's that thing of people not realizing you're telling the joke and want to turn you to the joke.
Sure.
Which is also how men want to turn you to a fool.
Yes.
Yes.
Take time to
look, my worst genre of man is a man that when you meet me, you just want to be laughing. So you need to try your best to carry. What are you talking about? And that's also so funny. Once start saying that, excuse me. You too. Say something. Let me know that.
You want me to be HBO special?
Yeah.
No, too. Yeah, I want to laugh too.
All right. Hello, boys and girls.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Oh, as the summer is coming, we need to get our money up.
Exactly.
Okay? So we have partnered with our friends Busha. And they are having a savings challenge.
Yes.
Okay. Here's what you're going to do to be able to join our little savings challenge.
Yep. Open a Busha account.
Yes.
Right? Then create a savings challenge. And because our own is always different, do you know what you're going to call it?
Yeah.
You're going to call it Big Money, Small Problem.
In Jesus' name. If you don't call it that, you're not part of our challenge. So when you set up your savings profile in the Busha app, which you've downloaded by now, you will call it Big Money, Small Problems.
And consistently, not that you try and be sharp, then in December, you just put one big money.
No.
Over time, every month, set a target, put money in there little by little. When you spend money, let's say you thought something was 300K, you get there is 270. Don't spend the 30, throw it inside that place.
Inside. If you want to do weekly, if you want to do monthly, if you want to automate your savings, you can do that.
Joint.
And every month, Busha is going to be rewarding people who are consistent in their savings.
Exactly.
It's not about just putting big money there on one
yeah.
day so you think you can game the system. No.
Yeah.
It is about who is consistently saving from June till December.
I don't know what you guys are going to be saving for, but I'm actually going to be saving for my December Faji. So when I collect that money,
I know that when you see me outside in December,
you know where that money is coming
the money
from.
is guilt-free that I am spending. And if you just downloaded Busha, or if you are just about to download the Busha app, don't forget to use the referral code ISWIS so that people will continue to support your girls.
Yeah. So see you in our Big Money, Small Problems Savings Challenge.
Bye.
Bye.
So I know that you're like a funny person. I can tell when somebody is funny, but how do you make the leap to start making there's storytelling and then there's now you want to make a skit.
Yeah.
So how do you move from you can describe a funny situation to be I'm going to make a skit? Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
What was that jump
or just coming into character and you're performing the story.
Yes.
Basically.
Okay.
So for instance, I can tell you now about FK and I, maybe we bumped into someone and whatever. I can describe that. But if I'm going to reenact it, that's different.
That's a completely different
I'll now have to go and
thing.
look for maybe a hat, change my voice.
Cannot do that.
So how do you move from I'm telling a funny story to...
Or how do you even just get into content generally?
Yes.
Okay. I think what comes to mind is the recent video I did. It did numbers. I was talking about, just roll on and do potas.
Yeah.
And honestly, it comes naturally. So I think once I do that, when I'm just talking to the camera and just telling the story time, then an idea will just drop in me and I'm like, no, I have to do this. And that's how I go into, okay, the smelliest person what are some characteristics? So normally it comes pretty naturally.
Yeah.
But even that skit was actually inspired by someone that I met in real life too.
No,
that's very unfortunate.
Yeah. She was so nice.
Oh, that was always the kiss.
I think mustiness is very embarrassing because it's very difficult. It's the one thing that's very difficult to convey to someone that you're smelling. I think you can tell people lots of
you guys, I'm not sure you can really.
But smell. We have lots of people writing in about, please, sorry,
how
my
do I
friend
tell
is smelling
somebody?
Or my boyfriend, we've started experiencing some light odor. How do we nip this in the bud? I think we just be there is no good way.
Yeah.
There's no
just
easy way.
Just buying deodorants everywhere.
There's no easy way.
The reason I'm shaking my head is that I tried this thing. Somebody almost slapped me this weekend.
No.
That's story number 2. So I think, okay, let's back up. That, that video I did, it was based on someone. And I felt so bad that I never told her. She was so sweet, so lively. She liked to wear, sundresses, strapless, liked to dance. And I wanted to tell her, but I couldn't. When I was leaving the country, when I lived in South America. So from that, I always regretted not telling her.
Yeah.
My African sister. We're not from the same country, but I felt bad. So tell me why this weekend, even last was Sunday. We ate at this restaurant, and above there was a lounge where you can listen to Afro beats. And so I was perceiving some kind of odor, and I'm like, somebody's really musty. And these were 2 young Nigerian men, right? The type, the ones that do leg work.
Yeah.
You can just tell, right? And so, there's a way they dress. So there's a way
Jola, you know exactly. You know what's killing me? As she said, it's your mind.
They've not left skinny jeans alone.
No, they can't.
That's the first thing.
He had a beanie,
That's not in 2017.
Right? And so I'm like, when he would come back, the smell, and so maybe me thinking from this situation, I said, you know what? I didn't tell this girl, but at least let me let him know, right? It's just I can tell they're Nigerian and everything. Don't try it to. This is what I did. I wrote it in my phone.
Yeah.
I said, with love, I think.
You're already fucked up.
Even my auntie was laughing at that. With love. I said, with love, I think you should consider getting a stronger deodorant.
Beverly.
And so I said, no. I've learned. I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. So I said, no. I'll tell her, Stephanie, no. I'm gonna let him know when our Uber comes. Our Uber comes. In fact, she was even trying to get him to sit down so I can show him. Right? He said, no, I didn't come to sit. I came to dance. Right? So, okay, cool. We're leaving. And I just went to him. I passed by him first to make sure that he was the one. I said, no, yeah, he's the one I'm smelling. So I now show him, I covered it. His jaw dropped. I want to say this guy, maybe like 22 to 25.
Oh, no.
His jaw dropped. Then he now shows the friend. He said, bro, read this. And then the friend was like, wait, me or him? Both of you. I said, listen, it's with love. It's with love.
You said that with
then
love.
I left.
You kept.
Then I went downstairs. I left. I'm like, okay, let's get in the Uber. Do you know that these two men came?
Stop.
I kid you not. They were like, yo, that was mad rude. And one of my friends that was on the stairs, she was like, yeah, she just sees them running down.
Yeah.
Like, yo, where's your friend? Your friend is a fool. He came and he was like, one of them, he said to me, he was like, before I get on you, why do you look familiar? I was just like, I don't know, maybe the internet or something, And I was like, listen, I'm Nigerian as well. I was just letting you know, you didn't take it well. Or the other one, he couldn't insult me. So now I insulted my friend. He said, F your fat ass.
Hey. And that one now say, you see what you've caused.
You see why I don't like going out with people that try things, because I was on my own.
But you know what? What I noticed is that they didn't go back inside to continue dancing.
No, they wouldn't.
They walked. They started going home
and start buying deodorant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
no, you really touched their lives.
I'm not doing that again though, because honestly, if the Uber wasn't there, it could have
gone violent. Yeah,
it could have.
But let me tell you that my key issue with that whole thing is that with love.
My auntie said the same thing.
Is that with love? You said that's
with love that actually makes it so much worse than if there was no love.
Should I put with respect?
I don't know.
No, telling people that they smell is really hard.
It's really, really hard. The only time I've been able to is when a friend was like, he kind of asked me.
Mm-hmm.
That is this what the issue is? He had a situation with a girl and he was just like, wait, do I smell? Like, is this a thing?
All right, guys, let's do a money goals check. How are your 2026 goals going?
Well, honestly, I'm just trying to reduce stress. That's like my only goal. I want to have peace with my money. That's all.
In this economy?
No, please. I don't have money. I want peace. That's all.
That's fair enough, because sometimes when you're trying to manage money, it feels like a full-time job in and of itself.
Thank you very much. There's alerts. You'll just see like one random thing has been debited from your account. Then you have to start checking everything all the time.
Exactly. That is why I use Kuda. I've actually had an account with Kuda since 2019. Okay. And now it's my main account.
Yeah. This is a serious conversation.
Very, very, very serious. I get 25 free transfers every single month, and the transfers are smooth. I can schedule my payments, and I can also spend and save. So it helps me put money aside without having to overthink the matter.
And I know that Kuda Premium also gives cash back on all your spending and your bills too. Awoof.
Wow. And so that is how you get a lot more benefits the more you use it.
Love it for us, honestly.
So if your bank is stressing you, try Kuda.
Go to kuda.com, or you can search Kuda in the App Store or in the Play Store to download the app on your phone.
That's Kuda.
Kuda. More from your money, more for your life.
I said, my God, why would you ask me about people?
Okay.
He now said, I know you tell me the truth. I said, no, I don't do that. I'm not into it at all. Truth? No.
Wow.
I just thought, why out of everybody
Yeah.
why did you say you want to confide in me about this? It's not good. Anyway, I kind of just, I was dilly-dallying for like 5 minutes. And I could see him just being like, guy, you've already said it. So I kind of was just like, it's just sometimes. Like I feel like maybe like you're quite active. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's just, I was like, it's just sometimes. Okay. Oh. And we were in uni, so we were in the library a lot. So it was just confined. So
But anyway, you were able to tell him.
I did, and honestly, since then that has not been an issue.
But how do you not?
That's what I don't know.
So you don't. I remember like a friend of mine that had an odor problem, and
but is it serious that you don't smell yourself?
Yes.
How?
It's the same way like you don't
smell myself.
It's the same way sometimes
when I feel like I'm smelly and I need to shower like at night. So I smell myself.
Once it's gotten to the point of having body odor, you can't smell it. It's like the same way you don't realize your people's houses have smells. So your house has a smell. You don't smell it because you're in the house all the time. And then your friends come in and they're like, oh, your room has a smell. Your clothes have a smell. So over time, they've actually they just don't smell it.
That is really crazy because for some people it's really bad. And I'm like, the worst about these dilemmas is the one where you're in a relationship because I'm like, how did you get there?
Yeah.
But see, inside the relationship that started small, we have to look into a lot of things.
Yeah, it's very, very, I think it's difficult because it happens over time.
Yeah.
So also like some things become habitual. So some people will be like, oh, they don't. A good example is like, I know someone that just thought that with like using dryers to dry clothes. So he started with like, it was a damp smell.
Like that moldy.
So they weren't they just went, so that thing of, this is in both something so that you use more electricity, blah, 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 blah. No, maybe you're supposed to dry your clothes for 60 minutes. They will do like 45. But that extra 15 minutes actually does matter. Yeah. And so they had gotten into a cycle of it's the smell of slight damp and perfume. Oh, do you understand what I mean? But that's what they were doing across clothes in general, like towels, like so. Over time, it was just they wouldn't understand what you're talking about because everything they were wearing, using had that effect. Okay. So I don't know. It can happen. We actually have since you know how to help people. Please, since you know how to help people with love,
get me a dirty slap. I don't know.
Since you know how to help people with
love, you can have. Also, we don't normally advise.
We don't have people with love, so you can be their fave going forward.
Let me see if I can find some.
There was one I saw that I thought would be interesting.
Some dynamic things. I've seen that people are really. Do you know?
Okay, I have one.
Sorry, as random, but as we've been doing this forever and we've had dilemmas for a very long time, I'm always surprised.
Really? That new things
that
come
you
up.
really write something. I'm not surprised at all. I always wonder what will happen to me. That, for example, maybe somebody else's show or podcast.
Yeah,
I will not write.
It depends. Just think of us like radio. So when I used to listen to radio,
I'm saying that I love, especially like even London, but especially Nigerian radio where they call in.
Okay.
Oh my God! But I always used to wonder that why the hell will you call in to this radio show? Don't you know that all of us are here?
You know your voice is distinct.
I know. They don't care. At that point, they're just like they want to hear somebody else's perspective. Okay, I have one from somebody that calls themselves Concerned. Says, my cousin has been married for 10 plus years and they hadn't had a child. We're African and you guys know how that goes. Anyway, the auntie starts asking when the baby is coming. They decided to adopt a baby from back home. Well, at least that's what they told us. Come to find out that the cousin's mother-in-law's maid had a baby. She then called her daughter and told her to adopt the baby. Long story short, they adopt the baby but then find out it has special needs. This baby had issues before they left to come back home to the United States. Now the baby is 2 and very disabled. Doesn't talk, can't walk, and or speak. Everyone is talking behind his back about the situation with the baby and nobody wants to tell the truth. What would you do, ladies? Keep quiet or tell him the truth? So basically, I suspect the story is join.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's that. Did she deceive her husband about pregnancy?
I don't think so because they didn't start by saying they were going to adopt
a child.
I think
the adoption
about
where
how
the baby
adoption
came from.
Yes.
Okay, so her cousin doesn't know where the baby came from.
Okay,
for real. So it's basically like the husband is under the assumption that this was a above board
adoption. Whereas they just
carried the maid's
baby.
And now the baby has all these needs. And obviously her cousin is functioning under like a belief system that's false, what should she do? What can happen that's worse? If I tell him now, nothing is worse.
Already attached to the baby.
Yes,
yeah.
Nothing is
worse already than the situation you're in where your baby is not able to talk, not like you want more for them, you can't even help them, they can't communicate. It's horrible already. The problem is now when you now add this. These are the kinds of things that scatter relationships. Because it's such a big lie.
And this is why sometimes...
Also, it wasn't necessary.
When you talk, you sound... people say you're woke, blah, 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 blah. All this pressure, to what end?
Yeah.
To what end? Okay, go and bring baby. You know how baby.
Yes.
How much you had baby? Go and bring the baby. You can't adopt in America. Adopt in Africa. Adopt in Kenya. Who doesn't matter? The money is too much. Let's find...
the son.
Okay. No, to what... This is how you get to the point that you're lying. Like, you're so desperate.
You're lying
doing
about
stupid things.
Yeah. And a lot of times, these like hush adoptions. So your mate had a baby, you took the baby. You find out that how much they pay them. Or like, what did you even do
to get the baby?
baby? A lot of it is very shady and super weird and just,
I think,
unethical in a way that you don't know. My question is honestly just, why will you not tell the man? What's the reason? Before finding out that the baby has special needs, what's actually the reason for not telling him?
He would have said
don't have a baby.
So what I'm thinking is it that the husband gave the wife a certain amount of money, so here, use this money. So then, but she used, to...
It's very unclear.
I think there's also, and nobody should bite me. I think sometimes we don't realize how, especially if you're an African from, I'll talk about West Africa. We think wuru to the answer is everything. You have a plug for passports. You have a plug for airports. You have a plug. You don't even bother finding out how to do the thing properly. You don't even... A lot of people will just say, is it to adopt? Don't worry.
I know someone.
I know somebody. Okay, now... This is where we have gotten to. And so sometimes I think it's just one of those things where I wouldn't be surprised if genuinely the whole thing was like, we do not want to waste time.
Yeah. And like there was a baby available. And there'll be one...
And we know the mother.
Been 10 years.
There'll be one mother and auntie that was behind this thing that, you people want to do it.
Yeah, speaking English.
I'm telling you.
Somebody, in fact, as she's even praying for us. Let's just say... No, honestly, like you find that we have so many interesting ideas around like what is expedient and what makes sense. But I just don't think... Or do you have any...
It reminds me of... Did you all hear about the story about the surrogate woman who a couple paid for her to carry their baby, but then they find out that the baby has like a half a heart or some kind of heart defect. And in the adoption clause, or in the clause, they have like an abortion clause. But then I guess the woman now carrying the baby was like, no.
Attached, I'm
not going to... Yeah, but technically it's their baby. I think she gave birth to the baby like yesterday.
Oh my God. But obviously
but then the couple that they wanted her to get rid of the baby.
So what's the issue? What are we doing now?
Somebody
you can't
you can't enforce. You can have that clause.
Not
something that you have that. So that's one of the things where
will they now sue her?
Will they get money back?
That's what I'm wondering. Like what happens now?
But also remember that it's most likely...
Well, I guess for terms of like financial terms.
But then there's also stuff like whose egg is it, whose sperm is it?
I think it's the husband and wife. She's just carrying, so it's their child.
It's actually their child, but they don't want
This is one of the ethical issues around surrogacy that people talk about.
They don't want this child.
There's the theory of how excellent, there's the theory and practice of how surrogacy has changed so many people's lives. But then there's also just the fact that there's so much gray that happens. I remember when I first found out that how much young, very healthy women in Nigeria from like poorer socioeconomic backgrounds were doing not even just surrogacy. So there's also like eggs.
There's egg farming.
Ooh,
they're like harvesting and storing the same way you would like freeze your eggs. They're freezing the eggs, but like to sell to people. And given like the socioeconomic background that most of them are coming from, theoretically, this is like a lot of money for them at this one-time deal. And in their mind, like, I'm not using it to kukuma do anything at the moment. It doesn't really affect my future or whatever I'll do. And so there's all that stuff that happens around surrogacy, adoption. But I think when it boils down to it, the problem now is where do you go? Even when she tells her cousin. I'm actually going to look into this story because I'm like, so where do they go from here? Really?
Because it's like, if she gives, she's giving birth to the baby. but you don't want her to keep the baby.
Exactly.
But you know that
so
there's a baby
what's going to happen with the baby?
DNA.
I feel like it's your baby.
Yeah.
What's not going to happen to the baby?
Yeah. But that's a person.
But at the same time, which is dynamic, to give birth to a baby that is going to die is also...
The question is, for a lot of people, is it that... So that's another thing that with surrogacy, where like there's a worry that people are developing an attitude of like, if you don't get the perfect product,
then you can just choose another one.
You can do another one. And so it's like nobody is trying to take on, particularly in like the American healthcare system, who is trying to take on a child that has like severe health defects and needs. But the question is, you know, are we being too flippant about what is actually happening in the process of like surrogacy or in the process of... So I think sometimes we have, I don't know, because who would have thought that this is where we're going to end up?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? Like, who would have thought? Even the person signing the clause is just like, how... Like, what are the odds
of this happening?
To go through an abortion? Like, of course, like, it's going to be held. Like, we've gone through this whole process, the egg viability process.
I don't like stress. And that's the problem is that this is
a thriller film. This is how it starts. Honestly, this is how it starts. Segue. Now, this child will become cognizant, read stories about this thing. Do you know, I think about this thing all the time.
Yeah.
Even during this whole P-Square thing, one thing I've been thinking about is, you know, when he said one of the things that really took him aback is how his family reacted when his son was born.
Yeah.
And how one of his brothers called the boy a bastard. Cameron is 18 now.
Yeah.
Or 17, something like that. That boy is 17, 16, 18. So he's aware.
Yeah.
And I always wonder...
he's watching...
When people have like family things or interpersonal things, and you make the decision to say or do things, do they think about the long-term effect? So for instance, your dad and his brothers have a tiff, right? And based on that argument, two brothers gang up, take your own father's property, or your dad gangs up with, takes property. Are we thinking like long-term about
like, guys,
some of these...
going to jam ourselves? And also, I'll jam your children.
Jam your children. And
how awkward is that going to be for all of us now?
Not just the children, but the long-term reputation, right? So, now a sibling steals from another sibling. It's between siblings originally, today.
Yeah.
But your 20 years down the line, you are in community, you are the child of the thief. Or do you know what I mean? Like, I've been thinking about that thing recently. Like, this boy is not 4 or 5.
No.
He's a teenager.
And he's watching every single thing. He's on Instagram.
He's on Instagram.
Can see everything that's going on.
And I think about it a lot.
His cousins are not as grown, but like, they will be. They will be aware.
They're aware. And even like what it means to society. I think about this thing a lot now. Like, you know when your parents are saying when you're young, that everything you do, you have to be careful. I'm just thinking now how you do something in an isolated moment that you think is between you and somebody. But genuinely long term, how the rest of society, you now become like a verb.
That's true.
Like, I've been, you guys, I'm not joking. I've been thinking about this thing for maybe like
I think
the last
it's
2
even,
days.
I mean, this is even, you're talking about family context. Me, I just find with a lot of things, like, sometimes I see some people do things on the internet and I'm like, do you understand what the internet is?
Those gender reveals. When they find out it's a girl, they start crying and
I'm like, do you understand
breaking things?
What the internet is? And the fact that, my dear, we think people remember things. Oh, the way this thing will live forever.
It's very bizarre.
A lot of times I'm like, why on earth will you do this in public?
Yeah.
It feels crazy to me because I'm like, you think this is just a moment in time. The way it will come back. The gender reveal thing, I'm like, your children will still grow.
Yeah.
It's very crazy. And it's one fool on the internet that will remind them.
Yeah, and always wailing. And like, to me, because gender disappointment is a thing. Some people really wanted one.
I can't lie, but some of those reactions are just...
unwell.
Yes,
are
it's true.
Absolutely unhinged.
I just think, is it actually up to this?
Yeah. Unhinged.
And then when the child grows up and feels like mommy's mistreating her, then she'll go back to that video saying, you never wanted me in the first place.
Mind you, I don't know one person who wasn't convinced at some points in their teenage life that their parents hated them. Their parents. I don't need proof. I don't need backup to feed those delusions. I don't actually need anything that could tell me, oh, you see, I said it. I knew it. I knew you wanted a boy. And that's why my junior brother is your favorite. Like, stuff like that has always. Yeah, I saw something. Somebody put something on like social.
Yeah.
It's like, she creates content. She's really anxious about, like, what is this niche? So she basically was like, she was about to do something. And she's like, okay, this niche I'm carrying myself to.
What does it mean?
Am I turning... It was funny, but it wasn't funny. She was like, am I turning myself into a caricature?
What was the niche?
That's what I'm wondering.
So it was this thing of like, you know, like if you're trying to grow an audience and you are leaning into comedy or whatever, right. I can't lie, there is the temptation to basically become a full-time jester. Right? And people want to laugh at. Not laugh with at this point. Laugh at. They want to be laughing at you. And it will always do numbers. Being a jester is like easy. It's easy picking. Yeah. But she was like, okay. She had to ask herself, which brand?
Yes, brand of jester.
No. Which brand?
It's a real thing.
Is looking...
Really?
Yeah. She said, okay, that she will do legwork on the road. Which brand is going to be like, do you know what we need? Right, what we want to be associated with. Because she has the numbers are going, it's going crazy. But to what end?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's funny, but it's not funny. Because it is genuinely to what end. And I just thought that's so... Especially you live in a country where monetization is not automatic, right? You're not making money automatically once you post. So it was just like, girl, this is a question for a brand manager. But I just thought it was very, to me, this like talking about long-term effects.
What I had to learn is the views, they don't mean anything. There are people they get views, there's someone that's coming, but I won't say the name, but they get views, they'll make a saying or they'll say a phrase and they will just skyrocket. But where are the brand deals? You still have to be marketable. That's why even with all my gesturing and all that stuff, I say, let me learn how to, let me show you head tutorial while I'm doing it.
You have to bring out other skills people can pick up.
Yeah. And don't for me, I being African, being Nigerian is my main thing. But, sometimes there are some jokes, let it be just relatable for all, too. Yeah. Because then you'll just lock yourself into the African
one box.
We'll give you the 2 cents for... that's what is losing weight because of African brands.
Do you have one?
Yes. Okay. I'm going to ask you guys to pick because, and also you guys, love you guys so much. That's the audience.
You write too long.
Please, we need what has happened over time is that
it's getting longer and longer.
You guys, I really appreciate the effort.
Reduce the epistle, reduce it.
I'm seeing 8 paragraphs. It's not possible. It's actually, and you really want me, and at the shows, at least like 5 people per show will come and be like, you guys have never read my dilemma. Like, first of all, I don't know. I don't know.
And then I think everybody thinks it's only them and like their friends that listen to the podcast. We get hundreds of dilemmas a week.
Yeah.
No, I'm not joking.
Jesus, wow. I just remembered one girl that I promised that, okay, I'm coming, I'll search for it. And then she said that last time she came to our show, she was engaged. Then she wrote a dilemma. And then she wants to conclude that now she's single and she wants to tell us what happened after she took her advice. So she wrote that at the last show, which I didn't read apparently. So she held me.
So she took your advice and she's no longer engaged.
Yes.
She has joined us in our marriage state.
So I said, sis, why will you do that?
The covenant of single women.
I said, why will you do that, my sister?
It's a real covenant.
Where we were. You. Anyway, please, the options are for this dilemma is the options are number 1, girl dating mommy's boy. That is option 1. Number 2 is a question about marriage and money. Sure.
So do the girl dating.
And then there's a third that is about I'm in a good relationship, but there are like fundamental issues like religion and 1 or 2 other things. Should I just be enjoying the relationship for now? Or should I get real and end it?
We've answered multiple of those versions before. Do the first 2.
Yeah.
Okay. There's also a very spicy one about she literally pasted a text that her older brother sent to her for us to ask if he's okay.
Do the first 2 first.
Yeah. Okay. So, Lucy, thank you so much. This says... Hi, FK and Jules. Love the podcast so much. I'm writing in because my eyes are finally open and I need to rant and maybe get a little bit of advice on my exit strategy. My boyfriend and I have been dating for 4 years now, but it hasn't been a straight 4 years. There have been about 4 or 5 breakups in between. Recently, we were having a conversation around the topic of marriage. For context, this guy has told me point blank to my face in the past that he doesn't want to get married. but we've been together for so long. How do you not expect me to think about it, my sister? Anyway, this recent conversation just made me realize how emotionally immature he is. When talking about future plans, he made it all about himself. He literally said, I'll be rich for sure. So I just want to enjoy my life after graduating, after all my struggles. Getting married to you is part of my plan, actually. My plan is to enjoy my money and then be married to you. FK and Jones, after he said this, just clicked in my head. I knew right then and there that no matter what happens in this life, I cannot marry this guy. To make matters worse, he then cheated on me and he's still communicating with the girl he cheated with. When I spoke to him about the cheating, he gave us this vibe that he didn't really care. As usual, he tried to play the victim. He's a manipulative idiot. I remember one time he was crying. And when I asked him why, he said he was crying because he was thinking about the time when we would no longer be together. Meanwhile, is the way that's broken up with me up to 4 times. Sorry, I have to stop reading this. Where are we going?
So thank you.
Where are we headed
Thank
to?
you. Do you know
this dilemma it just keeps getting worse.
Didn't he say he didn't want to get married, but then he...
Beverly, let me tell you something.
Sorry, she first said he doesn't want to get married. He has broken up with her 4 times. He cheated on her. He still communicates together and he's crying about thinking of the time
that they will no longer be
together. Because they have not twisted her hearts. That's why. So leave her there.
This one, is it not?
No, I think...
Yeah.
We get so many dilemmas that the moral of the story is at the points they are, like the woman's eyes have opened. She's so disappointed in herself about the time that's been wasted. And she needs like to vent, but also is hoping that we'll come up with like an angle.
Literally what she said is, I want, like she wants to break up with him. Her question is how?
No, so this is the thing.
That should she wait until she sees him to break up with the person they're long distance right now?
I'm not
She doesn't
convinced.
want to do it
That's
over.
even easier for you.
She doesn't do it over the phone. She wants to see if she can get proper closure.
She's not ready.
She's not ready.
Sis.
Faye, do you know what she's looking for? She's looking for us to have read it and to say something that what she wants to hear is wait till you're in person. Do you know why? So she can extend this foolishness. I'm telling you, this is not the ramblings of somebody that has done.
Wait till you're in person for what?
Yeah. You even have an advantage
because she's still
long distance.
Thank you.
She's hoping that that is what she wants is never going to happen. You know what she wants?
You not realize things.
Yes. And then she cannot say I'm done. So he can beg. So she cannot get the version of the relationship she has always wanted. Yeah. I promise you, she does not. What she wants is for him to just be like, babe, I'm so sorry. I've been a fool. Then you should not say I'm done. I'm done. No. Then you not say I'll do anything, baby. I promise. I swear my love to you. I'll move.
I'll change.
That's what she's looking for.
But let me tell you, it's just this crying that you still manage. That crying he has been crying is what you still manage.
I don't thought that it was tears of sorrow.
Why can't somebody tell you that they're crying?
The guy was crying in joy.
When they think of a time that you know.
He was so happy. He was like, when will I be free? What?
Look, you are with a man who is still talking to the baby cheating on you with. What are you talking about? You don't need any close. It has closed.
Long distance.
Let me tell you the truth, it has closed. When I say I don't believe in long distance, people will say that I'm being too somehow.
You are too somehow.
I want to tell you the truth. I don't believe in it as a fundament. You have a pen pal. That's a pal to you.
Yeah. Do you know what
a buddy?
You know what it is? I think that Fakem is too strict about this long distance.
What do you think about long distance?
For me,
America is big.
It's true.
Exactly.
For me, long distance, Dallas is 4 hours away.
Us 2 hours away. San Antonio.
Chicago is 1 hour, 40 minute flight.
Yes. New York.
That's okay. But long distance...
Yeah, like across the ocean.
No, I can't do that one. I'm sorry.
Houston, LA. No, that's not too bad now.
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
Financially, it's a lot, but...
Because that's what I'm saying. You guys, anything that financially...
Yeah.
You know, at least Austin, Dallas, you can drive.
It's true.
Last, it's a long drive, but you do it. Which one is, I want to see you quickly. I have to go to the airport. It's calm.
You guys are being strict about this thing.
I'm sorry. You know, the caveat for me is always, if you don't actually have long distance money, you have to get away from me.
Yes, this is true. Because I agree with you.
What kind of love can I be in that I'll be managing seeing you every 3 months? As well.
You know how expensive flights have. Children, no,
that's the problem. That the truth is we can't afford it.
Yeah.
What we want to do, we cannot afford it.
Cannot afford love.
We cannot afford the love. So now we'll now take the little money that I have now.
Yeah.
I'll now be buying flight tickets. But you now irritate me in those 5 business days that we have together.
No, I think you guys are still being a bit harsh. But the truth is that I think if you're going to be in a long distance relationship with a red-blooded man, he has to, like, people need to think you've done juju on him just a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm being serious. People need to think, it needs to almost feel like, is this love or obsession? Because that's what the effort that a man makes when he's obsessed is a woman's normal effort.
Yeah.
That's true. It's a woman's normal effort.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be with somebody that's in a far place, all that stuff of, I can't talk right now, he can't be having all those excuses. If every time people talk, there's no future plan.
The average person is not making
that kind of effort.
This much. I'm just not. Which is why, for me, it's just easier. No.
Okay, fair enough. But as for this lady, there's nothing to advise because you are in a foolish situation of your own making.
Yeah. I know already.
He said he didn't want to marry you. He said on you. So where are we? What did you even write here for? Do you want us to abuse
him? You don't need to send him any. Thank you. You don't need to send him any message. Forward him this episode.
Stop. What are you talking about? Forwarding him. Do you know what will pain her? If she stops talking to him, what will pain her is the lack of effort.
Yeah.
To find out what's going on.
Okay,
that's what will shock her. Yeah. That she doesn't even call, text,
to be fair, there's a way you will get annoyed as a man that
there's nothing to
him
talk
not
about.
Begging you.
Yeah.
That is actually what you've done was bad. You see the way you've not begged me. I want to hold your neck.
That has happened to me before. I was very upset.
It's very embarrassing.
I have nothing to say to this person. Hoping that, not hoping. I was thinking that normal, you call me this evening for the normal, so I can ignore you. Therefore, by tomorrow,
you're not begging.
You're not begging. Because I shit you not. 48 hours fast.
Wow.
You'll not be looking for another thing to say.
Only for me to get a phone call. So how far now? Am I a mug? What kind of fool? This person, sorry, I know at my big age, it's very clear. All that stuff you hear in your 20s about if he likes you or not, is a lie from on that side of Satan's bomb. It's a lie, it's a lie. On that side of a very dirty bomb. You guys, what do you mean you didn't talk to your partner? In fact, how does the spirit not know this girl is not happy with me?
First of all,
you have to be so connected mentally that they can
going 2 business days. 2 business days.
Did you want to, my sister?
Do you know, I was asking someone about this A guy. And he's normally not well, so I don't know why I was. And he said that, he doesn't really think that this whole talking every day thing in a relationship is like... I said, so what exactly are you guys doing when you don't talk? Like, what is inside the relationship you're having? People make it seem as if, as in, it's like a time schedule you have to keep and you have to talk. My question is always, why don't you want to communicate?
Yeah.
What's
That's the real issue.
Do you hate them?
I think so. No, it's true.
Yeah, I have another friend who, normal is the strangest person I know, but he doesn't believe in seeing his babe more than twice a week.
Really?
He's broken up with mother. He has broken up with mother because, and what was her offense? She wanted to be seeing him all the time.
Wow.
He said 4 times. What's the problem? Two times. And they both live in Lagos. Twice a week. Good.
Wow. You know what is so crazy?
I said, your girlfriend. Is everybody... Do you know he said it? All of us were like... And he was saying the story as if, can we imagine?
Do you know what is crazy?
Actually see me and talk to me.
Beverly, imagine
that he told her... And she got into the relationship.
And then she started trying to
every time she said, she'll stay over. Then the problem is that when she stays over, he has counted the 2 days. He has counted night. He has counted daytime.
Wow.
Then he now said, Saturday will now come. She now said, what are we doing? See next week, my sister.
Wow. No, do you know what it is for your boyfriend to tell you in advance that you will be irritating me if I see you too much? Your face.
Well, he told her though in advance.
He did. That's his challenge is that he told her and she said, oh no, like she's good. She doesn't even need.
Let Auntie Margaret hear of this nonsense.
I don't believe in changing men or changing.
No. It's
at least
nonsense.
he told her, so you know what to expect.
So it's nonsense. The next thing he knows, every small thing, what are we doing? And he's like, doing when again? I'm with other people.
Wow.
Yeah. I've seen you now. Good. That's okay.
I have a hot take. Our parents were right.
About what?
About getting married early.
You should have done it.
We should have done it.
I think so.
I agree.
The older we get, the more irritable, the more settled, and quite frankly, the more bizarre everything seems to you.
It's because you're also getting into like a rhythm on your own. Yes, and you're becoming more sensible, which is a challenge.
It's a challenge. Marriage. Love is for fools.
I'm telling you.
Normal people don't use to. You see Jobs fall in love. No. Normal people don't do it.
It's true.
It's idiots. That's why Mr. Ibo was always in love. Fools.
I was in my apartment. I was just doing some Afro beats, and I'm doing my weights, and I'm just dancing. I'm like, so like, if a man was here now,
you are making noise.
No, wait, so I tried to reduce the voice. I'm doing something. Please,
wow. No. It's that thing. Honestly,
it's very. He's hungry. Sometimes I'll not eat food. Sometimes I'll just eat popcorn the whole day.
Yes.
When I have to cook.
So sometimes you even find one funny combination.
That's the worst thing that what they don't realize is that on your own, you're not eating properly.
Yeah, it's true.
Why do you now think that I'll now be feeding you in the
3 times?
Or you have a way. Honestly, you get into your 30s and genuinely, I'm not saying it to exaggerate. You actually have a way you do your things. I put my towel like this. I wear these slippers to enter this room. So like things that sound insane. But I have a way I do my things. Now you are coming to do your own things. Everything is scattering. Everything is
scattering. Wash your face, the whole mirror, everything.
I have a way I do my things. Love is for young fools.
Let me tell you, the other day, or not the other day, no, but now that I've said that, I've ruined this story. Kai,
a few weeks ago.
God bless you. Sometime last year, let's go for that. Someone came to see me. I traveled and we had interacted before. I have a thing about you wearing outside clothes in my room.
On the bed.
Okay. You can't sit on my bed in your outside clothes. You must remove it. You can wear a robe or any other trouser. I can borrow you, house trouser. But as in sit down on the chair. But you see that bed, your outside clothes. So anyway, I had traveled for something and he was there. So he now came to the hotel I was staying at. There was a couch in the hotel. As he came in, I kept quiet. And so he came in and he was literally this close. He now said, my God, I just heard it, that please, outside clothes. But I was not just thinking that, imagine being with somebody. Normally when they get home, they lie down. Immediately. They don't give it everything. Every day you now be explaining, dragging the issue of the clothes. I just thought,
no, you have a way you do your things.
This cannot work.
It's for the youth.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're laughing. You guys, I'm being dead serious. Everything feels like a burden. Small. And that's why our mothers are always...
now, we should not be saying all these things.
We need to encourage don't join us. So when your mommy is saying, you now say Jola and FK, I pity you.
Yeah.
Don't join us. Be a fool. Marry today.
Marry early.
Marry early.
It's true.
All this time, God help you if you now start making your own money. You don't even want to hear. Even your parents, when they're talking to you, they'll reduce their voice because they know that you're crazy. They know that you're now actually nuts. They're like, this one, if I talk now, somebody cannot advise her again. No, my mom's one is that
I could have, but like
she could have. She actually said no to a proposal.
I'd have been divorced by now.
Why? Okay, but you would have done it.
That thing was not going to work.
But you would have done it.
Yeah, but that thing was on. That's also what my auntie said. Okay, at least you'd have done one wedding. Every time somebody like remarries, or especially people that we think are like not great people, she's always like, somebody has married this person 2 times. You no, even once. Or the other day, people were abusing J-Lo. Normal. How many engagements has she had? She now forwarded it to me that, how is it that they've proposed to this lady 6 times? As for you. I said, Auntie, is everything okay? Which one is this?
Yeah.
I'm just showing you that even people that are terrible, they want to marry them.
I love Beverly sharing how, like, maybe she'll just do something, normal thing. She might change her hair. Her auntie will say, if only you had the husband to see it. She'll go and dance. Her auntie will say, may we dance at your wedding?
Dancing with the husband, though.
No, but that's like the new thing now. Anything, like our parents would just be like...
That voice was too funny, I beg.
Like, at this point, if I'm upset about something, I'm going to say, you have joined your head together with your husband, come up with a solution. Now you're calling your mommy, you're calling your daddy at your age.
This one, they just said, my auntie said, bring anything. We don't even mind the color. Just anything. Bring anything. We'll take.
No, really, once they get to that point, it's actually very sad. Because you can't threaten them. If, for example, I joke Naomi that, okay, what if I get pregnant? She's like, do you know how do you?
Yeah. Do you think pregnancy is a threat?
She's just like, kind of.
We're welcome.
You want to have?
Yeah.
I can't remember what she was saying. And I was like, that's how I'll not get pregnant. And she said,
if we are lucky.
Do you know your age?
Yeah.
The way I'm saying this, as if you get pregnant, everybody now be like, oh my God.
Wow.
Have you not seen that your friends have multiple children?
No, that's something that's really been shocking to me. My friends have two.
My friend's
3.
younger daughter turned 5.
Really?
I said, ha. Meanwhile, I went there, I was drinking champagne.
My dog turned 5.
Oh, congrats.
Everybody is starting from somewhere.
It's true. Well, I just give my parents that one, so at least keep them, occupied.
Are your parents dog people now?
What? They love that dog. He lives with them.
They start out, really?
No.
That's so funny.
He lives with them.
I saw a video of one Yoruba auntie like bathing her dog, her puppy. The animal looked traumatized. She was scrubbing.
Yes.
Like, she was scrubbing the dog. And then when she was done, she now gave him like a treat or something. And like when they've bathed a troublesome little child, scrub the hell out. No, but now we have to give them little wins. Yeah. That's all I have for you now, little wins.
No, but it's just really bad because I don't live in the same house with my mom. So she'll come around and one of my friends will be there as a guy. And sometimes before she has like seen their face properly, that she knows who they are.
You can see the joy.
You can see the excitement that, how is that? They'll not turn around, good evening. And they're always like, what did I do? I'm like, oh, don't worry, it's not you. It's the false promise that your head being in this house that she could see from the back. It's a false promise that it's presented. And she said with me that so this thing that we were talking about, because she said a friend was there and my friend was saying to my mom that she should weigh in that one of our friends that we've known forever is now like hinting at, let there be more. And she's like, please, you. Like, I know, like, no. Mm-hmm. My mom now said that, okay, so we also want to marry strangers. Now, is that our plan? Instead of us to manage.
Can you date do you think like you could date a friend?
Yes, friends to lovers like your path.
She's thinking about the friend. She's like,
I think for me, friendship is important. So I need to be friends with that person, but it doesn't mean I have to go to my friend pool and select.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying that your
existing friendship.
The other day, a friend was saying that her the only path that works for her is from her existing friendship pool.
Really?
Yeah. She was like, the only thing that she has seen that has worked is a friends to lover situation. So that there are guys that want to approach her and she's like, if you can wait the requisite 2 years of friendship, we can run it. And I was like, ew.
No, I don't know.
Why on earth would I be looking at my friends?
If you, I think it's an interesting thing. I don't like the idea of someone purposefully so what I don't like
you for.
Yes, is that they already liked you and then they try to befriend you. Not that you are dating anybody else or anything. It's just that what they actually wanted was a relationship. But instead of coming with that energy, they pretend they're like, oh, friendship, and then it feels like they're trying to sneak their way.
Sometimes being friends with them will show you exactly why.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why did you move to Colombia? It was Colombia you lived in, right?
So, chill out. Yes. So for me, it was a bucket list thing.
Okay.
And I feel like Africans don't really do, or Nigerians, we don't do that gap year stuff.
We don't.
Yeah.
I did it, but I did it in such a Nigerian way.
Really?
Like the exploration was not, like I didn't move to Colombia. I didn't. And funny enough, I feel like you're a lot like my sister who moved to, she was also where we concluded that she's in the cartel.
Oh,
because she wanted to live with it. Like, it wasn't even a Spanish family. It wasn't Colombia, but there were drugs there. And she just was living with them to learn Spanish for weeks. And I just thought, What of Duolingo?
It's not
So
the same.
yeah, so I went to Rome in my gap year, but it was very like organ. Like I packed my skirt, stayed in the hotel. It was very neat, and nice. I mean, I met people and I explored, but it just wasn't the freeing kind of new life experience that I didn't stay long enough for it to be like
an experience,
a different thing. I was there for like 7 weeks, to be fair, and then I went back home. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, but I agree. We're not really into adventure.
Yeah. I think for me, when I studied abroad, I was like, okay, I like this experience. I want to do it again, but as an adult, like by myself. Because I had a host mom. Right? But I'm like, no, I want to do this again. So I studied abroad in Spain, and then I was going to go to Germany initially. And I'm kind of glad I didn't. I feel like Germany would have been a little bit boring.
I don't think you would have enjoyed it
Germany
at all.
So Colombia is more cost effective too. So I went there.
But how did you pick?
Because I went for my 26th birthday.
Right.
For a friend was living there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this.
Yeah.
I fell in love with it.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I have no regrets. In fact, I want to go back maybe next year.
How long were you there?
11 months, almost a year.
Wow.
I know.
And what were you like? I don't know. I look at when people do things that I'm always just like, I enjoy like seeing the journey, but I'm always so curious, like, what will you just be doing?
Oh, very jobless too, but no. I lived a very simple life.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would go work out at the stadium. I would go to the market to buy like the groceries and the chicken and the spices. I would hang out with expats. But that was pretty much it. I would travel a little bit. I wish I would have traveled more.
Like within
Colombia.
the region, yeah.
But it was a simple life.
Wow.
I like that. I think Africans have a very interesting relationship with like time and what we consider wasting time, like for a young person, and how we are what's like trying to optimize time use in a very specific way, and then we lead with fear.
Yeah.
Based on that. There's like an attitude to like of to what end, to what, like why, where, to what end. And so you treat life as an obstacle course that you are supposed to conquer.
Yeah. I feel like, what's the point?
To what end? Yeah. So I found that I remember like watching it and being like, this is so. And I'm following you for years. I was like, this is so interesting. Like choosing to go and live somewhere purely out of curiosity and enjoyment.
Like
not that you don't find one niche there. That
you know what I mean?
You're going to become a billionaire.
Wow, you have a dream that your husband is there.
Nope.
You know, no
Did I even look at any?
Like just like it's so. I find it so. Would you do it again?
I would. You know, honestly, if not for that, my dog that they're calling me, I would like to do the same thing. Maybe like in Japan.
Can you take your dog?
He's big.
Oh, he's not a small dog.
That's why I'm like,
And like Japan, the apartments are this big.
So that anyway, I was going but yeah, no. Yeah. So, and I'll feel so guilty.
Yeah,
I'll feel guilty.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. If not, I would do it again.
Wow.
Fair enough. That's just so fascinating.
I find it very interesting. I'm always like daring myself, threatening myself, like within me that I'm going to do it. And another part of me is like, okay, go now.
I think starting with smaller things always helps. That's not a holiday. So maybe even if you say do a month solid somewhere.
A solo trip.
Solo
start
month
from
somewhere.
there.
Yeah. Solo month away, solid like. And immerse yourself a little bit to the degree you're comfortable in like the culture. Like find somewhere that you can stomach to live and ask questions and do stuff like that before you now jump. Because social media inspires people so much. They'll be like, and then they're writing all the stories about this is not what I was promised. I'm like, this wasn't a desire you wanted.
The problem I have is that like I've seen Eat, Pray, Love about 20 times. That's actually the main issue I have. When I think about it deeply, if that stuff does not happen to me, I'm going to be very annoyed. I'm telling you the truth. The truth is that if it's not like an Eat, Pray, Love grand, like you know what I'm saying, you're living a simple life, I would go there expecting like a grand thing to happen. And if it doesn't, I'll just be like, so what was the essence?
No, there were difficulties, honestly. So I don't know anyone. So there's time I'm
Could you speak Spanish really well by then?
My minor was Spanish, so I can always get by in a Spanish.
Yeah.
I can speak well enough to get by, but it's just like you don't know. I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
I'm just there were some times I'll stay in one Airbnb. You hear two people arguing, and you're just like, oh my God, I'm by myself. Yeah, it was you know. But people ask me, are you would you ever move there permanently? And I'm like, as much as I love Colombia, I cannot live there. They don't eat pepper. So, and I think just naturally, I like living where Nigeria is. Nigeria is frustrating.
Yeah.
I like living where Nigerians are.
Yeah, home is like cultural assimilation and affiliation is important.
It's important.
Like having people who fundamentally understand like the unspoken things. Because sometimes you try to explain stuff and it seems like you're still speaking above each other. And it's just because the thing that you're trying to explain is not something that you can use like words. It's a lived experience that people will not be, that another person will understand. So when you have like certain types of obligations or you have anxieties or worries about a decision you're trying to make, or a culture that doesn't operate like that can't understand why this is a big deal or why this is important or why this is something to even think about, you know. It's very different. I think it's just very, very different. So on the one hand, like you can think, maybe people should explore more. But should they?
I think they should, but like I don't know that it's gonna be always like a year. But I think Nigerians in general need to be more open-minded.
100%.
Oh man.
In many things.
People would travel and not even try the food. Exactly. I'm just like, you
not
guys.
Not just Nigerian restaurant.
Location.
Yeah, I'm like, we've really, like, this is crazy.
Yeah. Location, you're talking hairstyle.
I'm like, what you're doing is really crazy.
Even within our environment. So something that I was talking to. So I have a friend whose hottest take is that he thinks our like tribal divisions are to our detriment.
For sure.
He thinks it's the way we manage it as a country has very few benefits outside of beautiful clothes that we wear, different cultures wear. And his whole thing is that look at how people react to your neighbor's food. So somebody will have like, you know, you are Yoruba, you eat a four, whatever. And then somebody brings something from their tribe and you're not taught to approach it with curiosity. It's like fear. It's like, no, please. You're not taught to approach it with like, what's that like?
Yes.
Do you have a flavor profile? Like, how do I eat it? We're not taught, or somebody will do something in someone's culture is different and you're taught to act like, by virtue of it being different, you're supposed to be, your automatic thing is to defend your own culture. So for instance, one of my friend's moms calls me Keep Lagos Clean. She's very amused by how I greet because I'm Yoruba. I go to her house, I'll kneel down. She said, you don't have to. I'll say, okay, auntie, thank you. But it's actually automatic,
yes.
Right? But I don't think my friend who doesn't do that is rude or weird. It's just a cultural thing. But there's something about the way we are raised that acts like outside of your own
is wrong,
basically. And that you must defend and try to superimpose your own thing as better. In our own culture, this is how we eat.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're telling me people don't eat, and it's just like we don't. Nobody said your own is bad
themselves, and I'm just like, you guys.
It's very, very. It's a little bit unfortunate, and it makes like things harder. Like Americans are a lot of things, but one of the things I find fascinating about Americans is the natural curiosity. Like, what is that? Open-mindedness. I think part of how the Trump administration has kind of knocked the world for a loop is that a lot of people just assumed globally, like Americans had this reputation of being open and warm.
Yeah.
That America just had this reputation that Americans, they want to know, they are nice. If they come somewhere, so a lot of all this stuff where like there's the hate for it. The whole world is like,
when did all this start?
When did that start?
That man.
Yeah,
don't mind him.
Curiosity, and that's why we're fascinated. Anybody that goes gap here, even in intertribal and interracial marriage, Nigerians are like, you went there.
They are so obsessed.
You went there. That place is far and it's not like
they're so obsessed with like.
It's okay.
Yeah. When they say a Dominican, really? What do they eat there? It's a human being. He's a human being. My friend's husband is Dominican, and she said the first time she had to explain she told her parents, like, she's seeing this guy as Dominican. Her dad said, Dominica. Like, he was actually like, what do they do there?
Where is that? First of all,
where do they do that? Where do you see him? She's like, college, he sends me. We did our MBA together.
And at this point, they'll manage anybody.
Yes. But I
Dominican.
Anything.
It's interesting, Sha.
I think it's very cool to be that open.
Especially because sometimes you live in Lagos, you forget that there are other people like
around. I need to Dominica because in Nigeria, I don't understand, but it's all right.
Yeah, a lot of people are complaining about this.
About what?
These Nigerians.
Yeah. Maybe because I didn't go to that Japan. Because of this dog, I could have found my husband.
Oh, no. I don't think your husband is in Japan.
It could be.
Auntie Maggie?
It could be. You now be explaining many, many things. Whenever I watch couples online teaching that person their culture, I'm like, I feel exhausted.
No. It depends. It depends. There's some people that genuinely approach things with such excitement and openness.
Yes.
The one that makes me laugh is when you can see that the person is not enjoying whatever thing this is, but they don't want to offend their partner.
All those babes that they moved to Lagos and you see them trying to form my first day in the market. I'm like, this lady looks terrified.
Sometimes it's even better if it's Lagos. Some of our Igbo brothers are moving them straight to the east. I said, hello, what do you mean come with me from Sweden to Enugu?
There's no soft landing.
You won't even full hard and we're going to be in Lagos for 1 year. Take her straight to Enugu and you now see her talking about, it's mango season. Mango. I
don't fit. That would have been you in Japan.
Part of it is that I don't want to explain too much.
I don't.
It's a lot to explain.
And I also don't want you to explain many things to me.
Those poor children, sometimes, they'll be confused. They don't feel like they fit here. And
I'll be writing essay every month.
Yeah.
The next thing you
between two walls. Every month.
I never felt like I belonged. I don't want to explain to. I sat next to this one girl on the plane. She was so sweet.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, where are you from?" I was like, "Nigeria." She was like, "My dad's Nigerian." I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Oh, have you been there?" She's like, "No, but I'm gonna go this year." She sounds so excited, and she's never been.
You just know that her whole identity, the thing is moving up and down.
I was like, "Hey, yes."
But we're also getting better at stuff like that, like how people figuring out. There was a lot because parents take for granted. Yeah. If I come, it'll be very difficult for me to explain to my child what it is to be Yoruba or Nigerian. You just are, right? Yes, but if you have another culture and then you live in a third culture,
then maybe you guys are mixing things.
So many things. So your mom is Spanish, your dad is French, then you live in England.
Look, Nigerians who live here now, you see a lot where, I mean, we all know code switching. Your accent, your behavior changes outside. It means you've gotten inside your house.
Yeah.
Even your voice has changed.
Yeah.
Because you're talking in, and so you're already in like the two.
Yes.
Even if you were not born or raised in Nigeria, if one of your parents kind of made that a thing, then you already have the
third culture. It's very interesting.
I was going to ask you, please, about this thing of, okay, I was going to ask about stuff that you do outside of content, because, we can see your content, which is the MC work, and you retired. How come you retired from being a hairstylist?
From hair?
I'm so curious.
I'm semi-retired, but I think really it started when I moved to Colombia, but to be on I'm a free bird. I'm a roaming chicken.
So just do other things,
Yes, and it was a lot on my body too, just standing all the time. Even when I still do my pop-ups every 3 months. So even when I do, I'm like, oof, this is a lot. It's a lot on my body. So now,
how many people will you take in a pop-up?
I won't do more than 2 colors, like 2 full color transformation in one day. That's a lot.
Wow.
It'll be 5-hour service for each. I can't do more than 2.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be standing.
Yeah. So now, and I have to be wearing orthotics like I know do man. So now I'm trying to move into the beauty space where it's like, okay, I'm maybe educating. I still want to, honestly, I really would like to bring a lot of beauty education to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, okay, as I've learned this, let me bring it back home. But it doesn't necessarily mean I have to be day in, day out. But the money is good though for hair.
I was going to say that I've recently started from, that year we're all watching all the hair babes on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I've recently got, and any small thing now sponsored by one spray, one hair, they are dripping in brand.
Yeah, the beauty industry, because from the moment you buy a beauty product, skincare product specifically, not even makeup, as soon as you open it, it's a race to the bottom. So that's a refillable. It's like you can have a pair of jeans for 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can't keep, if you're taking care of your hair well, those products month in, month out, you're buying a new one.
And I think people would really, I've been, there's a field mission, but trying to learn how to do my hair, yada, yada, yada. I've been soon giving up very soon.
Yeah.
Because I'm just it only applies when I'm not in Lagos. Once I'm in Lagos, what's the need of learning?
Yeah, I think there's hair as beauty and hair as health.
Yes. And so, but anyway, just to say that I think you should definitely get into the education bag. The tutorial, the YouTube girlies seem to be from our fascia.
Yeah.
They seem like they're eating good.
Yeah, but then also hair as beauty, hair as health.
Yeah.
So what Nigerian women are very, very good, attuned to is hair as beauty, but taking care of it as the same way you would like your actual body. They think of hair as an accessory in a weird way. So you're not taught from young like how to maintain your edges, how to like take care of your scalp, how to imagine us just finding out that black people should be washing their hair like multiple times a week. For a long time, like it was once or twice a month or something like that. Yeah. If you have specific weekly.
Some people once every 8 weeks.
Yeah, after they do, as when you take out your braids.
All these things.
Yeah, but that's because you don't think of hair as health. There's no other part of your body as a black woman that you'd be like, do you know what doesn't need any attention for 8 weeks? My skin, my teeth, my eyes.
Yeah, and it's so interesting how like the way skincare has become a thing where it's almost like even at the basic level, it seems abnormal for you to not have any type of skin routine. Even if you just like cleansing your face, using moisturizer at all. The way like everybody knows that you should be wearing sunscreen. I feel like for hair, especially for our black hair, this thing has not happened yet.
Not yet.
Like the other day,
wigs, yes.
Yeah, wigs, yes.
For wigs,
sure.
Again, hair has beauty.
Extension, like hair, yes. But like your hair.
Yeah.
I was saying to someone that it's so funny that you see younger sorts of American girls doing like wash and goes and things. I do not remember a single time in my old growing up where wash and go was an option.
Your hair is not done.
Wash and go where
You've
now?
not done it.
You've actually not started.
You've not done
wow.
You've not done it.
Like it just, your hair had to be in a format.
Yeah. If not, it's not done.
Just it's now that people are like learning how to leave their hair out. When we're growing up, where was your hair? Just
left alone.
Yeah. As when? No, they were tying it, braiding it, all that. Anyway, so I was very curious about that. And then emceeing. I emceed a wedding recently.
I want to give myself 2 years. I'm retired from everything.
Are you serious?
I want to give myself 2 more years for weddings.
Yeah.
It's a lot too. I have a wedding in November.
Like I said, I did it just the one time.
Okay. Was that when you did it together?
No, she's done one on her own.
I did. Okay. So we did. Okay, no, I'm lying. This is now the second time.
Okay.
We did one together in Rome. That one I liked because of the package.
Okay.
We went in Rome, starting wedding.
And it also made people behave a certain way.
If it's always like that, I'm inclined.
Okay.
I did a wedding in Lagos, in Harbour Point. Proper, like, normal.
Yeah. To be honest.
Normal. No, it was very intimidating. It was, and this was even a smaller wedding comparative to like, it was maybe 700 people, not 1,000 or 2,000.
So it makes a big difference.
It just was not as, and me, I'm free flowing, once I start talking. It just was not as easy as I now started apologizing to some of my friends that I've just been looking at you that it's not to do MC. You just say, oh, ladies and gentlemen, one thing, two things. You crack a joke here and there. There are dynamics. A lot. In Lagos especially.
Yes.
2 minutes, the planner is looking here. The band was meant to stop 5 minutes ago. They didn't stop, but the DJ has also started playing. Now 2 of them are playing. You have to, this side of the wedding wants this side of the wedding
God
wants
help
that.
you if parents are not.
Yeah, so I found it was lovely.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was so happy because in everybody, the bride and groom were so chill, the family. And the funny thing is I knew most of the people in that room, which I think made it worse.
Yes, I like hosting for strangers.
It made it worse for me because everywhere I looked, I could see people. All my friends were laughing at me, but not in a bad way. And so afterwards, everyone was like, "Oh no, you should do this," and I was like, "You guys, this is very stressful. I don't think so." I'm just wondering that how do you? I guess it's a profession now, and you're used to it. But I deeply underrated the skill of it. But as an audience member in events, I know the difference between a good and bad MC.
Yeah.
I can really scatter the way your event is going. But how do you find it? Like,
my first wedding, the first wedding I hosted, I was actually the hairstylist and the MC.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
She booked me for hair, but then I think, at that time I was like, putting MC in my hashtag. She was like, hey, why not? And she was really chill.
Yeah.
She was really chill. And I feel like I was being such a perfectionist that I don't even think I smiled. Did I even smile that day? Because in my mind, I was like, all right, I have to do this right.
Get to the program.
This one person that I watch, how did he do it? And, I think I did. She was drunk. So she was, oh my gosh, you did so great. I was like, I guess. And so I left the venue.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, let me just go home. And something told me to just turn back turn back and go get a picture.
Yeah.
Holding the microphone. If not for that, I don't think I would be where I am today.
Oh, wow. So from that, people were now
I turned my car around, yes. And I took a picture.
Wow.
And I posted it. Yes. So now I've learned, honestly, a lot of it is just me finessing. And relying a lot on charisma.
Yeah.
I stopped trying to be like, this person, they do a 10-minute comedy set. No. I told them, I don't do stand-up.
Yeah, I want.
I don't do stand-up.
I want them very clearly. Yes. I don't do stand-up, first of all, and I'm not an announcement machine.
Yeah. I'm funny.
Yes.
But I will not.
And I also have rules. So I always tell people stuff like, we're going to have a great time. Can you please collate the list of people that we want to recognize? Because I'm doing that once.
Yeah. Oh, that's very generous. I didn't recognize a single person.
I'm doing that once.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing, as somebody whose hobby is going to weddings, there's nothing that destroys the flow as much as these constant recognition of people that are not the bride and groom.
Yes.
We came here for the bride and groom and their families. And then, we're about to dance. In the middle of the dance, you now come and whisper, please do it now. No. And we want to welcome the... And I'm like, this...
It'll be prime time when they're playing Carolina.
Yeah, and everybody's dancing. And everybody's having a good time. Or, uncles and aunties really feel like something has to happen. And I'm like, this thing that you want, that you think your brother would need, is actually an inconvenience. And it's making you feel busy. But I promise you that it's not. In the grand scheme of what's going to make people are going to be like, do you know what was great? At that point where the MC just said,
announce chief.
Don't scatter the flow.
Read the room.
Don't scatter the flow. Let people play games. Let people just relax. It's a wedding. It's not a business conference. Relax.
No, but I can't lie. I don't know why. I just thought it was a lot more. It was way more than I thought. I was like, there's no way I could do this back to back. None.
I'm doing it as a present for my friends.
Yes, afterwards I was like, I'm actually not doing it anymore.
Really?
But it's funny because everyone is like, and the one is not bad. Everybody's like, oh, but you would. And on that day, I got so many people being like, do you do this normally? Wow, can I? And I was like, you can't do. I don't know what it was, but I just found it was so funny because I'm not even that kind of person, but I felt like I was out of my comfort zone completely. I just thought, every time I will now go and sit down and maybe like chat to one of my friends. Next thing, someone just look at me. I'm like, oh, I'm the MC. It's true.
Also, the thing of where there's supposed to be. So this is it. Again, I also try to have to remember which one is my personal preference. I think MCs talk too much for too long.
Yes.
So it feels like people are the one by just saying in the background, and I'm like, there are times when you make an announcement, you allow the DJ actually earn some money.
Yes.
Or the live band. And you even tell them, please bring it down. People are eating, let them gist, let them have a good time. Let's do that for 20 minutes. Planner will just run up to you. So I'm like, you live in Lagos. Constant overstimulation. That's why you think it's normal for the MC. Cracking jokes, people are eating. I'm like, please.
Going up to them.
Please.
But it was like pleasant for me. But I always wonder how you guys do it. I'm like, hey.
It's like, what's your favorite thing to do?
Yeah, type of events.
I love weddings that are maybe around that whole, under like the 400, like 300.
Smaller,
Yes, because sometimes when the venue is too big and if the sound is not good, you just become an echo and I don't like that.
Even worse, people give up on being part of the wedding. So they're just...
Yes. That's why I walk around. I have to walk around. I don't stay in one place because it's not me that you're going to ignore. And I feel like, especially as a woman, as a young woman, but as a young woman, I have to, almost like you have to prove yourself.
Yes,
because if you come up, they're like, who is this small girl? Because they're so used to the men.
Yeah.
So I have to make sure that I have a presence, And one thing I've noticed, the African aunties, even uncles, but they love it. They'll be like, MC, go job. It's never this. It's like this. Go job.
That's literally exactly. You did so well.
No, but do you know what it is? We're laughing, but our parents' generation and up are so tickled by how vocal women are.
Yeah.
This was not really a thing for them. Like being bold and talkative is a men thing for a lot of people. So when they see you there, they did not see tell one uncle, no, they're like, hey.
Yes, they love it. The feminists, yes.
Yeah. They're very sweet. And then that's why you now get a lot of word of mouth. So the first wedding we did, I think it was her mom that had to be like, sure. And they were very like, you guys did a good job.
Yeah. And I found it because the bride, asked or her mom asked. And I know them, so it was almost like it was a job, but it was almost like a gift as well, because I was like, oh, I hope. She was like, I know you don't normally do this. And so, but you guys are really trying, I have to be honest.
When I think of the Lagos ones, I think I want to be a guest. It's too much. And they'll be having 2 MCs.
The truth of the matter is, I was 100% sure that after maybe like only 40% of that place could even hear me.
Yeah. What I love is
I've been to many events and I'm just thinking, who is that?
What I like are when my friends ask me to do like a bridal shower.
I love a bit of it. Oh, do you do like small, super small things?
Not anymore. No.
Really?
Especially if I know the person. I want to be part of it. I want to be a guest. Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, I'm still in that stage where once I've got to the birthday
sometimes our friends don't even bother asking.
I just see the mic.
They just say, okay, so Jola, FK, we're like, at the very least, pretend to have asked me. You can see me, I sat down with everybody. I was time to eat. That way now say, okay, Jola, so what games are we playing? I'm like, what do you mean what games are we playing? Are you okay? But I think it's just nice to be able to do those things if you want. It's also like a nice... I'm similar to FK in that I actually don't... I find it a lot. But I was telling my uncle, and my uncle was like, Jola, they pay. I don't understand. He was like, as a matter of fact, and when people are set on you, you think you're being crazy sometimes. You're like, oh, this is my rate, this is what I need. And they're like, yes. Yeah. And you're like, huh.
Yeah, because you forget that people value certain things.
Yeah.
Some people they just want to MC get through the program. But for some people it's food, some people it's decor.
Yeah.
Some people like, no, I want you. In fact, they've been waiting for a husband to come so that they can book you as their MC.
Yeah. No, I see how you'd be a fantastic MC for running, to be honest.
Yeah.
I really see that. Do you get a lot of like random inquiries? Obviously, because a lot of people follow you just to be like, this is my event. Can you come and host it?
No, not random. No, I mean, I decline like bridal showers and stuff because at this point I'm trying to get out the game, so I don't want to waste my time.
What do you want to go again? What else do you?
It's true. Like, so what's your long-term plan?
I would like to do award shows.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. So I'm not gonna stop hosting. But
it's just the type of things.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, and then film, of course. Of course. Is the influencer I've been doing for how many years?
What type of film though?
I don't want to limit myself to just Nollywood. I would do both, probably Nollywood and Hollywood.
Yeah.
But are you genre specific or you don't mind?
I wouldn't mind some action. I want to, because in my real life, I want to pew pew.
It's true, sometimes like I want to fight.
Yeah.
I want to be in a horror film.
Yeah, really?
And I don't want to die first.
That's what I'm saying. I hate the concept of dying.
But you know that I watched a video on TikTok that made me laugh so much, and they were explaining, I think it was even white writers trying to explain why Black people always die first. And they were like, the mechanics of how horror films work mean that Black culture is just not compatible, because the average Black person will hear a noise and literally be like, nope. No, like it's like you literally, if you have Black friends and they hear something funny, they are the last person to check outside. No, it's you that'll be like, oh my God, I think I heard something, and they'll be like, yes, sit down.
Yeah, wow.
And that he was like, the mechanics of it means that if you are trying to take people way out of the experience, because there are things that if you make the Black character do that, Black people be like, no, we don't. No, we don't. So you either have to make them like a leader type, but they are not going to be the one that have too much. Yeah. Oh my God! And I opened the door of the place. They'll be like, he's like, and it was so funny when he was explaining it, because all the Black people, they were like,
fair. Every time I watch a movie, I'm like, and this is why you don't do.
Because the most correct thing would actually be for them to hear a noise, get their car keys and be like, okay guys, this was the fun camping. Like, even like some of the things, they're like, oh, we're going on a camping trip. The Black people be like, when you say camping.
My dear, I know they go. I was going to ask that.
I'm camping soon, actually.
Are you serious?
She's an outdoors
went to Peru to hike in the wilderness for 5 days. Why? I don't know.
That's different. I don't know. Peru, going to Peru, if you tell me to go to Peru and there's trail walking, I might run that.
No. It's full hike, as in she'll camp and hike. It's not just that we'll wake up from the hotel and go and walk. No. She's in the bush.
We sleep in the tents.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, I've not quite gotten there in my adventure. I was going to ask, so are you like actively kind of working on film projects, or would you make?
Yes. So I'm actually working on my first film. It's in the early stages. So everybody just, hold on. But I'm really excited. So I'm working with a great production team. But I I cannot say that. But that's it.
Yeah.
But I'm excited.
I'm excited for that. I think that's going to be, because I love that like a lot of creators are just going ahead and doing their own films, which I think it works with YouTube and all these things. It's really working. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But are you also trying to do like some of the more standard stuff?
Standard as in
like, I don't know, Hollywood, general. I don't know how it works.
I don't know. That's why I feel like
I actually have no idea how it works.
I feel like this film will be a great
entry,
entry point. Because I want to do both.
Like, so
I want to do both.
Do you write it? Like,
so I'm an executive producer.
Okay.
Period. But we're still in the early stages of, we have the treatments. We are looking for sponsors. This time we start begging for money. But it's in the early stages. I'm really excited. Yeah, and my thing is, please, it has to be funny.
Yeah,
not just
real
funny. Yeah, that's why I'm like, please, if I'm gonna attach my name to it, let it have some quality. Not just somebody will just look and just breathe small air through their nose and just does it.
No, you're gonna do well. Yeah. Would you ever do stand up?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would have to learn the science of stand up.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Stand up is hard.
It seems
and it's not
hard.
me that do.
I don't think people realize how difficult it is to
stand up is hard.
You can tell one joke.
Yeah.
In fact, you can tell two jokes. A set
where like
15 minutes.
You're supposed to just keep everyone engaged.
Yeah. The storytelling around like good, and also like social media has also elevated people's tastes, and they don't realize. So people are not as easily amused as they used to be before. Yes. The audience is a lot more clever as well. So they expect a lot more wordplay and subtext and like, they're like, the hook wasn't. You see a normal regular person being like, the hook could have been. Yeah. And you're like, what? But
when did we get here?
Yeah, it's very, very different.
I'm going to ask another thing. Sorry, I was about to say something.
No, I just say it's just difficult. And it's not me that do. Come and say, she wasn't funny.
No.
I'm bombing and bombing. Live is not fun.
I'll have to enter the ground. Yes. I won't come back.
Yeah, I was even invited to do like a stand-up. It was this one creator in Houston. I said, let me do skits, please. I did a live skit though. It's not me that.
I was gonna ask that, like, because you've been creating content for a while, how it has like changed from when you started till now, and what's good and what's bad.
I think now, again, taking a break from the African auntie, but I'm bringing that back. Yeah. But also incorporating different things. And it's not that you're trying to be marketable. I still want to be myself, but also keeping in mind that, please, I'm using my time for this. So, let me arrange it in a way that makes sense. Traveling more and not just being just a one-track kind of person. So travel, beauty, hair, just encompassing my whole life so that my page will not turn into skits page.
Fair enough. But that's what a lot of people are learning now. So we went from, there was a time that creators were doing all sorts of stuff in the very early days of socials. And then there was the pressure and when like people started getting management and big brands started getting involved, everybody started getting encouraged to like niche down, get a niche. But now there's also more like, do you know what, be a bit more open, show a bit more and be wider. Because I was listening to an interview with Fumi Mone. And she was talking about how one of the things that has helped her is opening up her mind to the fact that she doesn't have to be one thing. She's a creator. She doesn't have to be just a fragrance creator.
Yeah.
Because that like just not even just money wise, but even you as a person, if content is what you do and all you focus on is your niche, you don't realize that you're ignoring like the rest of
other
your
things.
life.
But is there not an argument for like having a niche? I don't know.
It's good to have one, but when I think of skit, they take a long time.
I'm curious. So now when we see like this, okay, say for example, let's say the cartel one or one of your African aunties. How long does those things actually take to make?
I can knock it out pretty easily. It's the editing. Especially if I'm playing like 3-4 characters. No, it's exhausting. Sometimes you finish it,
and you edit by yourself?
For now, the comedic ones, yes, because I'm like, I don't know anybody that will get this thing the way I get it, but I think I need to delegate a little bit more when it comes to that one. That one is the one I can't let go of.
Yeah.
But I need to.
Man, this was holding me back from all this content.
It's true.
She's lying.
Who even recording?
She's lying.
Am I?
Yes.
Why?
Because you know people that can and will edit for you.
Who will record the thing? Yeah. When will I start?
You're going far. That thing that you want. What exactly are you trying to do that you need? Big record? Exactly. So that's before we even get there. Before we get to the one that she needs recording for, let her even do something.
If you see the way everybody's just like FK, open your Instagram. I want to.
There's nothing there.
My brothers and sisters, the disappointment that's about to meet you. Even you can believe, because I've never sat down and thought, let me create.
Do you know why you're having this issue?
Mm-hmm.
You've never been paid for something you thought was a joke before.
That's the issue.
That's why. The first time somebody offers you money, you're just like,
Yeah. I think maybe that is like where my core. I'm definitely not going to be like creating content, but even my opinion is the podcast not okay. Do you know what I mean? I don't have so many. I can't transition into any outfit.
It's true. It takes so much energy. I'm not
do you know what a big stumbling block for me is, honestly, is when you see people that do things so well. Like, you know, like there's you think it's the game, then you see people that are like, yeah. So for instance, my current I love Annie. She takes it. So I'm like, okay, so is it the same dress?
Yeah. She just glows all the time.
Bro. The angle, the camera is crisp. You're not hearing from my camera, from my microphone. The transition is nice.
Yeah. And I have a lot of friends in content, and I just see you guys, like, you move the cameras, and I'm like, even thinking of all this.
The camera, if I'm tired, we'll just stay there. Maybe the most I can do, zoom in, zoom out.
Yeah, but
a lot of times I'm just like, hey, yeah.
There's a lot.
It's really, really.
Sometimes I say, I'm going to Mexico, I'm going to vlog. After I leave the airport, I don't vlog anymore. I'm tired. I want to rest.
But before we go, I wanted to, you said that this is what you want to do long term, is work in film, and you want to do different types of hosting, and that's exciting. Yeah. But the thing, I guess I want us to close on is asking you, like, how it feels to be in an industry. Obviously, we're all Nigerians, so your parents have dreams for you, right? That they try to impose. When they see it's not working, they leave you alone. But how does it feel to like have gotten some level of success? And how has that changed like your dynamics and your family dynamics, and what do you hope to get out of it?
I think for me, it's just, I never, it's not fun. I just propped up and did one thing. I never expected this. Because growing up, I was pretty quiet. You know, I was an only child for like 14 years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, I know it's not a normal Nigerian story. And so I think now just allowing myself to like walk into my gifts, and then of course my parents, when people say, oh, you're Beverly's mom, you're this, you know, they're excited. You know, they're like, they still have not seen the big money yet.
Our parents say that.
Oh, yes. But they like the recognition. They like that. They like the recognition. So I know for sure they're proud. They may not say that they're proud of, but no, they're definitely proud, honestly.
So that's great. Yeah. We love your stuff.
Yeah, really, really do. If you guys aren't following Beverly, I promise you, you're missing out in a big crazy, like,
in a big way.
If you just follow her now, you can just start scrolling back and you will have
having the time of your life.
Phenomenal time.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, guys.
Beverly. Thank you for gisting with us. The time has gone. We only have 7 minutes left.
Oh, snap.
But where can people find you?
I love that you're like more reserved in person. That you are online. Whenever I meet people like that,
that one I do because I've met her before.
I actually make more noise in person, not on this podcast, just like in life.
No, I met her in person, and I was like, she was genuinely very calm.
I love it. I'm just like, I love this.
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
Where can people find you if they're looking for you?
All socials, Beverly Adeze. That's Adaeze. Oh, yeah, on everything. I was going to say gmail.com. No, not Gmail.
Well, if you're looking to book her, I'm sure, is there something in your bio?
Yes. On my Instagram.
Don't worry, everything.
Hurry up, it's 2 years.
Wait, is it 2 years left?
I'm thinking by 35, maybe. We'll see.
Let me quickly marry.
Yes,
I'll get back to you.
All right, guys, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things, and we will see you next week. Bye.
This episode of I Said What I Said is brought to you by Carousel Networks. We are your hosts, Kemi FK Abudu and Jola Jules. Our producer is Debbie Romeo. Our production associate is Oreolua Anibaba. Our social media manager is Remi Oluwole. Our cinematographer is Divine Nabuko. Our audio engineer is David Kenny. Our camera assistants are Kelechi Egbe and Abolade Oluyede. Our sponsors are Gordon's Gin, Kuda Bank, and Busha.